I wonder if you can answer that criticism. It's none of the government's business knowing who has or hasn't been vaccinated. What do you say?
Brianna, perhaps we should point out that the federal government has had to spend trillions of dollars to try to keep Americans alive during this pandemic. So it is absolutely the government's business. It is taxpayers' business if we have to continue to spend money to try to keep people from contracting COVID and helping reopen the economy. And so it is our business to try to make sure Americans can prosper, Americans can freely associate, and knocking on a door has never been against the law. You don't have to answer, but we hope you do, because if you haven't been vaccinated, we can help dispel some of those rumors that you've heard and hopefully get you vaccinated.
There are experts. Listen, we hear pleas from President Biden telling people to get vaccinated, but what we're seeing is a decline in vaccinations, and there are folks who say more needs to be done, like Dr. Lena Wen, who in an op-ed for the Washington Post said, quote, "That's not nearly enough. Biden needs to get behind proof of vaccination, starting with his own White House events. A gathering touting the United States' progress toward independence from the virus should have been the ideal opportunity to make the case for vaccine requirements. It matters for everyone, including the vaccinated." What's your response to that? Having people say, yes, I am vaccinated, and proving it, or at least having them attest to it.
Well, there are any number of ways to try to continue to make progress, and the president has demonstrated that he is open to moving in any direction we can to help Americans get safe, be safe, feel safe. And so we'll continue to provide Americans access. We're going to go where you are so that you can get vaccinated, and we'll do everything we can. And what we've done is allowed the states, through our governors, our mayors, and county supervisors, to determine how best to approach people in their neighborhoods.
But you're seeing people die disproportionately in places where folks are not vaccinated.
Yeah, that's absolutely the case. And perhaps the best story there, the best data point to really put out there for folks is that today about 99% of those who are contracting COVID and dying are unvaccinated. And so if you want to stay alive, if you're going to contract COVID and you want to stay alive, best chance will be if you're vaccinated.
So why not model that? I hear you saying leave it to local leaders, leave it to governors. Why not at least model how you let people into an event?
Well, Brianna, you read off some of the comments of some representatives in Congress, and that particular type of thinking is not it's out there, and we want to give people a sense that they have the freedom to choose, but we hope they choose to live, and we're going to make it possible for them to have a good life, and by the way, protect their family and loved ones at the same time. We hope people make the right choices. We want them to have the right information, but we are America. We try to give people as much freedom and choice as possible, but clearly when over 600,000 Americans have died, the best choice is to get vaccinated.
I mean, I don't mean to, well, actually, I do mean to keep pressing on this, but I will ask you this as a parent of small children who don't have the choice. I don't have the choice to vaccinate them, right? So we're living our lives in a certain way. I worry about the health of my children. There are tons of people in this situation. And so I know you want to give people the freedom, but it's not just about their freedom. It's also about the freedom of other people. And look, I know that young people have much better reactions if they get COVID. But there are a lot, including some with cardiac problems, who certainly don't. So how do you, I mean, isn't it worth modeling the correct behavior to protect those people? Certainly
modeling that behavior, the correct behavior, is important.
But verification.
And so Brianna, you're touching on an issue that's as old as the Republic, and that is our personal freedoms, our personal responsibility. When you take to a vehicle and you drive with your children in that vehicle, you assume that everyone will be as responsible as you will behind the wheel. Unfortunately, not everyone is. And so do we prevent or prohibit people from driving because they won't be as responsible as you? We, again, give people choices, and we try to have people be responsible. COVID is no different. The vaccine is no different. We want people to be personally and community responsible, and we hope that they'll understand it's not just their lives, their loved ones' lives, but perhaps your children's lives as well.